Hello everyone to another video. Today we have a deck profile of my branded deck that got second place in my OTS championship. Also, after the deck list, I will show you some lines with this list. So start with 3 Alpas, 2 Cartesia, 1 Quem, 2 Ecclesia, 1 Kit, and 1 Shrouded. Until here, this is all standard. It's either you are playing Kid or Sword. I chose to play 1 Shrouded. I wanted to play 2 draw inside my list, but I didn't have space. Gazlo had this idea of cutting 2 Shrouded Dragons and playing 2 draws. The reason to have 3 Shrouded Dragons is to have a better Kultun matchup, but you already have a good Kultun matchup. Even if I lost to Kultun last round, Shrouded wouldn't change a thing because I didn't see the draw, so it didn't make any difference. For the normal summons of the deck, it's 3 Aluber. Aluber is the best normal summon of the deck. It can search you High Spirits, you can search Branded Fusion, it can search Opening. I'm not playing any Nadir Servant. I don't like the card. I think it's too restrictive. I prefer Opening. 2 Mercurier, and because of 2 Mercurier, you can guess the next card. 2 Cocatorium. I wanted 5 normal summons for the deck. I didn't want to see too many normal summons because this is a normal summon, this is a normal summon. There are some lines that this is normal summon. You don't like to normal summon these 4, but there are some cases that your only normal summon is Cartesia and go to some fusion lines. So yeah, that's why I chose 2 Cocatorium and not 3. I just wanted to have 5 good normal summons. 1 Machina, 1 Saronir. I don't know how I feel about the Bestials. In general, these sometimes translate to Fallen of White. It's good against one of your worst matchup, Mitsurugi. 1 Branded Fusion. If I could play 2, I would have played 2. 1 Goldsark for the Mercurier. 3 High Spirits, best spell in the deck. 3 Fallen in the Virtues. 2 Opening. Since I'm not playing Nadir, Opening it's another starter. Yet I know it's not the best starter, but if you think about it, Opening Waluber into High Spirit is better than Nadir Servant because this doesn't lock you out of your extra deck. It's much better. Retribution. 1 Call by 1 Talents. 3 Super Poly. 3 Fuga. And as I told you before, 2 Drolls. Droll alone can win you matches. And also it's a High Spirits target. It's good against your worst matchup, Mitsurugi. It's not that good against Kultun, but you can break a weaker board easier, right? So this was for the main deck. For the extra deck, to Albion, to Dogma, to Grand Wignol. Dogma in this list, it's better than the other list because it searches you Mercurier. So if you already have Fallen in the Virtues, most probably you will not search another one in this list and you just search Mercurier and you have a Monster Negate for free. Alpalenatus, Lubellion, Chaos, again pretty standard. Quaretis, I wanted a target from my Grand Wignol. I prefer Quaretis from Proskinion or Lulu because Fallen of White locks you into level 8 and sometimes it gets messy. And sometimes you cannot summon anything from Grand Wignol and White lose the effect. Also, some matches this can give you an additional turn. Mirror Jade, Rimbram, Titanic Cloud, and Ecclesia pre-standard. Last card Omega. In the Cocatorium build, I think Omega it's a no-brainer. It hand rips 1. You can summon it very easily if you start with Cocatorium, and there is a line that you can do both Ecclesia and Omega and have a Quem on your board. And I found out that whenever this guy hand rips something, it's good. Everyone is playing good cards right now, so 101 is great value. If you see there is no super poly targets, I tried with no super poly targets and I never thought, oh, if I had Garura things will have gone bad. This is enough, you don't need generic super poly targets. For the side deck, 3 Purulias. Purulias are great depending on the matchup, like an aircraft or against Fairy Tail. Purulia won me the match. Droplet. Most of the times when I was going first, I will side out the 3 Fugalos for the droplets. Bestial, depending on the matchup, they're good in the branded matchup, they're good in any light and dark matchup. 3 Evenly, I love Evenly. It wins the mirror most of the times alone. You don't have to do anything other than playing Evenly. And it wins rock matchups as well. Harpies, Solemn. 1 spark. If I had more, I would have played more. Against the Fairy Tail matchup from Purulia, I drew another Purulia. From these 2 Purulias, I drew Spark. I sparked their exist. They couldn't continue unless they give me a bunch of cards. And I mean, I was lucky in that matchup, but these cards won me that match. And because I had extra space and had nothing to add, like I didn't have a second Spark. I didn't want to add 1 Ash. I added Christia. I never used it. I never summoned it. Like, there was a line. Only on matchup I could summon Ecclesia, Omega, have Quem, Grand Wignol, and Christia on board. But I figured out the line while I was playing, and I forgot to do it, but I will show the line to you. So for some Cocatorium lines, if you start with these 2, these look like 2 normal summons. You will not like this. Like, having 2 normal summons is not good, but if you normal summon Aluber, get High Spirits. Use High Spirits with Cocatorium, get your Albas for your Ecclesia. Again, this means you are interrupted, I know. Synchro summon for Ecclesia effect. Quem dump Kit. Kit summon Ecclesia. Here you go for Omega. Quem's effect to summon back Kit. Omega effect. And now you'll use Cocatorium's effect to tribute Kit. Effect of Cocatorium. You'll banish Mercurier. And now Mercurier searches for Cartesia. Cartesia effect to special summon itself. And then you fuse these 2 because Cocatorium is now dark. Grand Wignol effect. And you can dump your Christia or whatever you want. And because from the effect of Alpas, you can dump either of these 2. You can search your Fallen in the Virtues. You search Fallen in the Virtues, you can summon this on your turn, you can summon this on your opponent's turn. You hand rip to 1, and you end up with this board. Again, this is if you go uninterrupted, but like most branded lists don't play hand traps. I guess Kultun you'll try to burn as many resources as possible, but Quem dumping Kit reviving something onto another synchro, and then Quem summoning Kit and Cocatorium summoning itself. It's a good extender to know when you're playing this list. Another reason that I like Bestials in this deck is that if you have Quem and a Bestial, basically it's Fallen of White. It's normal summon, effect on the Mercurier, Bestial effect, banish Mercurier, summon Bestial, and now you can chain block, by the way. So channeling 1 Mercurier, channeling to Magnamut, let them negate Magnamut, it doesn't matter, and then you search your Fallen of White. These 3 also translate into Fallen of White. Basically what you do is normal summon Quem will dump High Spirits, then you'll use Alpion's effect to dump Retribution. This goes to the deck and you draw 1 card. And then you use the Retribution effect, target High Spirits to the hand. And this is Fallen of White with Rembram Grave. This was the video for today. Some nice extra deck cards to add is Lava Golem. Lava Golem is a fiend, and since you are playing Quaretis is also a fiend. You can use it as a high spirits target. That's a nice interaction. When I get my hands into Solemn Accusations and more Sparks, I will change my side deck for sure. If you know any other branded lines with this deck or some cool lines that I could, or even some generic cool branded lines that many people don't know, please let them down in the comments. I hope you liked the video, and catch you in the next one. Bye.